Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? It is good to see you. It is good to be seen by you. And I, of course, am the one, the only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, bringing you fantastic RPG discussion and live stream 5 nights a week. That's right. And tonight's show is brought to you by our friends over at Hellebarde Games. Hellebarde Games makes the kind of adventures that they'd like to play, whether it's for the OSR 5th edition or Councils and Crusades. Old School is in play at the table, and you can find them on their website at hellebardegames.com or Drive-Thru RPG. You should definitely check them out. They actually published something that I wrote, but they have a great selection of fantasy adventure modules, and you should really give them a look. They have the old school look and feel, amazing artwork, and you should definitely check out our friends at Hellebarde Games. So I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. Clanner Jake, Ken Robinson, Jimmy Invictus, Christopher Sims, Kennick, Fuchsia Cone, Sausage Toes. So anyway, I've been having a good week. By the way, if you're just stopping by, like if you're just, whether you're coming from Twitter or Facebook or wherever, and you're like, hey, what the heck's going on here? This is just something I do. I consider it a public service. We get together and we live stream 5 nights a week. Monday night, just kind of an open chat. Tuesday nights, open chat. But then we live stream from some 1st edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. We have a nice little group there. Wednesday night, I hand the reins over to my partner in crime, the Viking Hat GM himself, Kyle Schuant. We're shifting gears. We just finished a many months run of Classic Traveler, and we're going to see what Kyle has cooked up for us. I think we're going to be playing his action role-playing game Conflict starting up here in a couple of weeks. And then on Thursday nights is just kind of open time, when I like to look at some old school stuff maybe with you guys, or have the occasional guest. And that brings you right back to here this evening, where we a little preamble ramble before the big show starts, because at 9:00 this evening on the show, you're not going to have to go find another stream. You're not, you don't have to click away. It's not on Twitch or Rumble or anything like that. It's right here. In this stream, we're going to play some classic Gamma World. We have a fun bunch of people ready and raring to explore the wastes of post-apocalypse America in Gamma World. So I hope you guys are going to join us for that. Yeah, unfortunately, that's Lulu for you, King on the Mountain. But greetings to you there in the Foundry. Don McCleary, muy bien, gracias, E2. So anyway, that's just what we do. But greetings to the Cold Waste, Brodo the Bling Bearer. However, every once in a while, guess what? We do stuff on the weekends around here too, and it just so happens that tomorrow at 4 Eastern, we are going to have a special guest on the show. We will be doing a live stream at 4 Eastern. Matt Finch, the head guy, the creator, the big brain behind Swords and Wizardry, Mythmere Games. Matt is going to be in the house talking about some big big swords and wizardry news that's coming. So those of you out there who like you some swords and wizardry, I do. I know a lot of folks do. You'll want to be here for that. You'll want to be here for that. So if you're just coming in, if you're just swinging by, and you haven't already, please click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications. And if you like the live stream, give it a thumbs up, because that really, really, really helps. And as always, if you're coming in late, if you're watching this at some point in the future and you're like, hey, I really liked this, leave a comment down below. You know, that always helps with the algorithm. Lets YouTube know that people are looking at it and keeps, I guess it's Neil now. I can't really make jokes about Susan anymore. It's Neil over there in charge at YouTube. It'll make him go, promote that video a little bit stronger. Yes, Gary Con is coming up. Now, next week I will be, it'll be your standard show next week. But starting on Wednesday, all the way to Monday, I will be out of the office. I will try to line up some classic Delver's Dungeon for you guys, some stuff back when I was doing things strictly on Facebook. I'll find some, I think I've got some Jim Ward interviews and so on, just stuff that I exclusively did over on Facebook. I'll rack and stack that for you guys. But while I'm at Gary Con, fear not, because I will be getting pictures and videos and YouTube shorts and everything else. So, I'll have lots of content for you guys, and that I will bring that to you during the day, as I've been doing with the shorter form videos that I've been doing. It's not per se news, but it will hopefully fill your days with a little bit of joy. Now, speaking of those short form videos, I kind of debated making a video today, and I may still, you know what, I may just slide it out there on Sunday. But let me tell you guys, the chat, the people who are here, what is going on. So a couple of days ago, oh, thank you, Brodo, and I hope you do watch it. Wizards of the Coast sent out a letter to not just influencers, but to media people. And I don't mean media people like reporters, that sort of thing, but people who do stuff like this. Now, I didn't get one, and yes, I checked my spam folder and everything else. I didn't get, and I don't expect to. I mean, my little corner of the internet, we have hey, look, 4,280 subscribers, which is, you know, barely a drop in the bucket as these things go. But they said, hey, you're getting this because we want you to come up here to Renton and have a look at all this stuff we planned. Now, Steven last night, which, by the way, if you didn't catch last night's live stream, absolutely do check that out after this one, maybe tomorrow before I'm on with Matt, or Sunday when you're just chillaxing. Steven from Gripner was on, and he talked about the Glimmering and a lot of cool things they've got going on over there. And he talked about his history with Wizards of the Coast. But anyway, that sort of kind of ties into this, because they're bringing a bunch of people up to Washington State to say, this is what we're working on. These are the cool things we've got going. You can report on this stuff if you want. You cannot report on this stuff if you want. You're just going to be here, and you're our guests, and we kind of want your feedback and yada yada yada, so on, etc. And that's really it. That's the news. And I didn't really know, like, they have, haven't said no cameras, no cell phones. They're like, you want to video it? You want to upload a video on it? You want to interview people you talk to? It's on its face, wide open, which tells me a couple of things. One, the stuff that they've done there is set in stone now, right? They're not going to change their minds. They're not showing these people to get their feedback so they can change it, particularly if they're making a dog and pony show of it. And two, it's in a different place than the Wizards headquarters. They're not bringing people to Wizards headquarters. They're bringing them to a completely different town entirely, which is what Stephen was mentioning last night, because he had heard about it as well. So I may make a little bit of a video expounding on that. I don't know, Sausage. I heard the leak. Well, it's not really a leak. They apparently don't mind if people talk about it. In fact, I guess if you wanted to have lots of people look at your channel and become subscribers, they would. But no, Fuchsia, I'm not going to Washington. I'm not. They don't even know I exist. I mean, if I can be 100% right, the last person at Wizards of the Coast that I could communicate to directly over the internet was, what's his name? Oh, they moved him over to digital content to work on Baldur's Gate, and I'm just completely blanking on the guy's name. But anyway, and I spoke to him just briefly at GaryCon in 2018, and he at least passively recognized me from Facebook. But yeah, I wouldn't have the faintest notion that anyone there has any idea who I am or would want me around their winged and greetings, Mobius. So that's what's happening. And basically, until we know something, until other people start saying, they have an animatronic Gary Gygax, they're releasing original D&D wood grain sets that they found in a shipping crate, Greyhawk is the default campaign going forward. Until or unless we hear anything like that I can bring you guys saying, hey, these guys got an invitation, makes for a very short video. But I may still, just because I know there's some people who might not know about it because they just watch the short videos, they don't come on the streams, and I hate to say this to make it sound like I'm blowing up my own ego, come to me for news about this. So, but that is what it is. Like, right. That's what they tell me. I'm not just trying to blow sunshine up my own tailpipe there. That's what they tell me. But that's the news there that fits. So I can't tell you how much fun it's going to be having Matt on the show tomorrow. Matt's been on one time. We've had Matt on just the one time in the past because he's busy. He has a day job, I presume. No, Chris, you and I are on exactly the same page. I would hope and pray that they don't. I mean, people who are like, I want Spelljammer, I want Maztica, I want this, I want that. No, you don't. Trust me, you don't. When they made Forgotten Realms the default back with 4th edition, believe you me, I know some Realms fanatics who are not pleased with what they did. Greetings, Buckaroo Bonsai. The aftermath begins in just 45 minutes, my friend. But yeah, I don't want to see a 5e Greyhawk. I don't want to. I don't want. I mean, if you're playing 5e and you're using, the Greyhawk box set, and you're doing your thing, that's fine. But I really would hate to see Wizards of the Coast now claiming that, the Drow trying to destroy Jeff was just a misunderstanding. That the, you can have Kutoan player characters that, tieflings have always been in the world of Greyhawk. Things like that. Nobody, no Greyhawker, I think, wants that. I mean, and that's, I can't find the damn thing just because my internet foo can't quite get it, but I could absolutely swear that one of their frequently asked questions when they really screwed with the playable races even more in 4th edition and said, all this counts for all D&D now. People were like, yeah, but I have gnomes in my AD, or rather I have gnomes in my Greyhawk campaign. Well, guess what? Now they're non-player characters, but Eladrin and Tieflings, they've always been there. And I'm like, who are you to tell these people So no, I don't think any of us want a 5e, or I guess a 6th edition, and it is 6th edition. 1 D&D, D and done, call it whatever you will. It's 6th edition. Look, you guys, this is just for Wizards of the Coast in case, exactly any of you ever watch this. You can stamp your feet all you want. Guys, people are going to call it a new edition, okay? People are going to call it 6th E. Whatever comes next, when you do, and you will do a major revision, you might be confidently telling yourselves right now, this is it. This is the ultimate version of Dungeons and Dragons. We're not changing anything after this. We're going to release splat books. Going forward, that's just how it's going to be. There's not going to be new versions of Dungeons and Dragons. You're wrong. You'll release a major revision. You may build it on the bones of 6th edition, but you'll release a major revision with a new Dungeon Master's Guide, a new Player's Handbook, and a new Monster Manual, and a new campaign setting, and people are going to call it 7th edition, and 8th, and 9th, and on and on and on. That is how it's going to work. You can deny it, you can dig your feet in, and you can say, no, all you want. King on the Mountain, if AD&D is Eastern Creative Commons, am I going to write some things? I'm going to write some more things, but yeah, I will absolutely start putting things out to make money that say Advanced Dungeons and Dragons on the cover. I have I do have 6 modules that I self-published. I just bashed them together myself in Microsoft Word and made them look like AD&D modules, and they're free to download. They say AD&D on the cover. They reference Greyhawk and everything like that. But I am fully cogent that Wizards could have parked the Death Star right over my house and said, you will now witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational legal department unless you cease and desist. And then I would have said, just take those off the internet then. Fortunately, that never happened. And they are floating around on the internet. But of course, with the exception of Temple of the Sun, which got reworked for Osric and Castles and Crusades, I've never made a dime off of any of my AD&D modules. So if they Creative Commons AD&D, then yes, I will. Unless part of the agreement is that I can't sell it, in which case, oh well, I'm right back where I was. Clanner Jake Watsy's never enjoyed the fact their game setting exists in our minds and not in theirs, and we get to decide what our agreement is as to the details. The 1.1 is just proof of that. Sure. Buckaroo says, I don't know how to get Greyhawk to be any more popular, though. Only a hugely popular game stream would work, I think, off the bat. Well, we kind of work at that a little bit on Tuesdays, because we do live stream First Edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons set in the world of Greyhawk around these parts. So that is... I'm doing my part. Little Starship Troopers meme there. But that's the reports from the front line. That's what's going on, and I want to put a bug in everyone's ear about something. And I've mentioned this before. So coming up in June, we are going to have the Great Underground Online Gaming Convention, the GWOC. I think I still have, yes, my pint glass here. This is some merch that Dungeon Minister made, and it's quite lovely. But that is happening in June. So if this channel reaches 5,000 subs by the time we have the GWOC, I am going to hold a drawing for 2 classic Dungeons and Dragons prizes. The first will be a bespoke, bound in 1 volume copy of the original Dungeons and Dragons rules. Men and Magic, Monsters and Treasures, The Underworld, and Wilderness Adventures, bound into a single volume. Another winner will receive the high-quality color copies, that is print-on-demand copies, of the Player's Handbook, the Monster Manual, and the Dungeon Master's Guide for First Edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. So the Core 3 AD&D books and the Core 3 OD&D books, if we hit 5,000 subscribers by the time of the Great Online Underground Gaming Convention. Can you sub as many times? That's between you and YouTube. That's between you and YouTube. I think that there was a Mystara beat 'em up. There were 2 of them. There was what was it? Oh my gosh, I'm gone blank. Anyway, there were 2 beat 'em ups. So a lot of alt Google accounts. All I ask is that you watch the show with all of them if you're going to do that. Actually consume the show. But you want a new one? When in June, you'll be in McCoy from the 10th to the 24th. I don't know yet, Road March. I don't know. I haven't decided. I will probably make a final decision right after Gary Con and announce it, because that will be April. Then you'll have April, May, June to get ready for the online gaming convention. So if you want a shot at it, And there, it's not based on like when you subscribe to the channel. Basically, I won't open the raffle until I see the channel hit 5,000 subs, 5,001 subs, something like that. So you'll be notified of that. I'll make a little celebratory video of hitting 5,000 subscribers. And again, we are currently sitting at 4,280. It's not inconceivable that we could make it there. But when we hit that goal, as I said, we'll have a little celebratory video. And then we'll open up the raffle, and we'll have a little raffle, and the winner of the raffle will get, as I said, the high quality color copy of a Monster Manual, Player's Handbook, and a Dungeon Master's Guide, and another winner will get the OD&D 3-bound, which I'll have to do. 5K? Yes, Vincent, 5K, 5,000. It's a lovely round number that we are a mere 720 subscriptions from. So it's not inconceivable that the channel could get 720 subs between now and June. So tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your friends' enemies, tell your enemies' friends. And we'll try and make that happen. Now, again, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do the OD&D thing. I'm going to have to get that printed myself, but the way I'm going to do the AD&D books, and I'll show you what you can win. If you haven't seen these before, paintbrush. Come here. So these are the 2014 reprints of the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Monster Manual, and of course the Player's Handbook. They have this lovely kind of tribute to the original artwork on there. I think back at 10 years ago, Wizards kind of had their heads screwed on straight, and they did a good job with these. But what you'll get are reproductions of the reprints through Drive-Thru RPG. I will notify the winner and get their contact info, and then basically gift them the set. You will get it from Drive-Thru RPG. Let me put that back. What the OD&D winner will get, if I can grab this without knocking stuff off, what the OD&D winner will get will be something like this. This is the complete original Dungeons and Dragons, all of the volumes bound into a single book. This one's kind of beat up because it's the one I use to run original D&D games at events. I don't mind if it gets pilfered. It's kind of a pain in the butt if that happens. I actually used to have a few copies of these, but I gave them away. This or something like it is what I plan on giving to basically putting in the free little local library kiosks when I see them. That's a project I'm going to start this summer. But yeah, this is a wonderfully put together version of it. Now, it's not the supplements. The supplements are not in here. I'm kind of just stick a pin in that as to whether or not I would do a volume that would have all of the supplements. I have a bound volume with all of the supplements. Do I have it to hand? Yes, I do. This is my bound supplements. And this is Greyhawk, Blackmore, Eldritch Wizardry, Gods, Demigods, and Heroes are in here as well. Did they put Swords and... No, Swords and Spells is not in that. But anyway, so it'd be something like this for the OD&D winner. So get us to 5,000, guys. I'm doing my part. If you want to crack at a set of AD&D books, but listen, guys, please don't be a collector. Don't be a hoarder. Don't be doing it just to say, I won these in a contest. Just polish those as I put them in their Seal Lexine container. Just let me know that you're going to play with it, that you're going to game with it, that it's not just going to be background prop curio for your man cave or your she shed. That's all I ask. Sausage toast. I take supplements. My doctor recommended supplements. How am I going to swallow this? But anyhow, so that is part of what's coming for Guac if we hit 5,000 subs on the channel. Now, I'm serious. I absolutely do want, sorry, I just realized how low my mic was there. You guys need to tell me these things. I want actual subscriptions now. Don't just go out and spin up a bunch of virtual machines and create accounts, and then like the day after I announce the winner, I see that like it crashes by like 500 subs and I'm back to 4,200 again. So yeah, get the word out there. Not that you guys haven't been. That's not I'm not like, could you guys help me out a little bit, please? Come on. Because I wouldn't be at 4,280 subscribers right now on my YouTube channel, but largely for you guys. All right. And it blows my mind. It blows my mind. I don't want to bore you guys with metrics, but I'm going to do it anyway. And analytics. If we look at the total number of subscribers and go to see live count, and then we do it for the last 365 days, it was on, I remember because I'd gone out to run an errand, it was on March 30th. So we're about a third of the way to a 1-year anniversary that we broke 1,000 subs on this channel, and things were kind of puttering along, and then it was at 1565 on January 16th that I dropped a kind of a spicy video, and the next day it was over 2,000, and then like 5 days later, it was over 3,000. And then, we jumped up to 4,000 in like a couple of weeks. So believe me, things have gone vertical. And it's, you guys have decided to stick around to listen to my ramblings, to watch the show, to come here night in and night out, just to kind of give you guys an idea of how we've grown in a year. I used to get excited when we would get like more than 10 people watching a live stream. The regular audience now sits somewhere between 30 and 40. I think last night was kind of quiet. We topped out in the mid 30s. And it was during the height of the Wizards debacle. There was a night we had like 151 people on the live stream, which for me was just like, good Lord. I'll have to go back and look specifically at it. Orbital Air, you found me through the WotC blow up 2 months ago. Like I was saying to Steven last night, it feels like 10 years ago and also 5 minutes ago. if you can kind of grok where I'm coming back, or where I'm coming from with that. Hey, Dungeon Minister, you snuck in. I hope you're feeling better. Good stuff. By the way, if you're subscribed to my channel and you're watching this, go subscribe to Dungeon Minister's channel, please. Dungeon Minister has just the most wholesome and fun D&D YouTube channel. If you catch him live streaming, because unlike me, he doesn't make a big production out of it. He's just like, oh, I think I'll live stream today, and he sets up his and does his live streams. But go hit his live streams and super chat the heck out of him. Us guys down here, I mean, we're not making Critical Role kind of money, and we never will. And Susan, now Neil, have a very strict policy that if you're not breaking $100 a month, you can make $99.99 in a month, and guess what? They're not gonna give that to you until you make 1 more cent on your videos. But anyway, I didn't. Happy birthday! It's your birthday, Dungeon Minister. But anyway, do go and watch his videos, catch his live streams, throw him some super chats. You just sound like you've been trying to blow out a cake with gag candles on it. You haven't actually been trying to do that. But anyhow, lost track of what I was saying. Dungeon Minister, subscribe to his channel. We're all very, we're little people down here. I would love it if I woke up tomorrow and Dungeon Minister had 4,280 subscribers, because the 2,714 people that have subscribed to my channel since mid-January, when Wizards proceeded to shoot themselves in the foot on not a weekly basis, not a daily basis, an hourly basis. And I was telling Stephen about this last night. There were days between like January 17th and like February 20th. There were days when I was putting out 5-6 videos a day, because the absurdities going on at Wizards of the Coast head offices would leak out. I'd do a video and turn around and be like, oh my gosh, I can't. It's okay. I got to do another video now about this. I got to do another video about this. I got to do, just on and on and on. Hey, Lightmane. I don't. Oh, I think my banner is in the way, but I have your book over here. This is that's going to be my plain reading. But so I know a lot of people probably clicks, I'm going to subscribe to this guy's channel and I'm going to keep up with what's going on. And maybe they're subscribed to like me, to like 350 channels on YouTube. And as Wizards of the Coast has learned that silence is golden, I have had less of their stupidity to report on. And consequently, I'm not doing 6 videos in a single day. So perhaps those people are like, I'll check his channel out again at some other point. However, if you're out there, people who subscribe to me since January, please, please, please subscribe to the Dungeon Ministers channel. Keep putting it on camera. Here, let me see. I got something I can stand it. I know what I'll do. Dwarven Forge to the rescue. Just stand that up right there. That's Forestera's Fate, by the way. It's not just Forestera's. Well, I wanted to. It's, you know what? This I feel bad for this. But right now, we're going to do a mail call Monday, even though it is Friday night. I got this fantasy novel. It's written by one of the people in the chat right now. It is D. Scott Meinecke's Forestera's Fate. Am I saying that right? Forestera? Book 1, The Sacred Shrine and the Valley of Caves. D. Scott Meinecke. Forestera is a world of my own creation where magic and monsters are real and good and evil are in a constant struggle for survival. See, that's the good, that's the basic stuff right there. That's what we want. Because of this, some people dare to go adventuring to fight back against the evil that dwells in the land and slay those monsters while finding treasures and acquiring power as they go. But when 8 people formed their own adventuring party to do just that, little did they know what fate had in store for them. No, this is like an 11 or 12 point font. So yeah, this is not like a phone book. All right, it's a large format book, but it's well spaced, and this is good on my old eyes, Thank you, Orbital Air. Thank you. So, like I said, this is going to be some plain reading, and I'll report back. You're in for a review, Light Main. You are in for a review, and there's art. There is art in here. She's a good Sheila. I know that it's not going to show up on camera very well. Can't wait unless I tell everyone it sucks. Well, you know what? Swing for the fences, man. That, I'm going to be honest with it. All right. I'm not going to blow sunshine, but at the same time, somebody that's got the guts to go out and self-publish their own fantasy novel, it's definitely takes something. And hey, there's a better endorsement than my review could ever be. My eldest 13 read it 2 or 3 times. I've been listening to his narrated version on his YouTube channel. Good stuff. Absolutely. I bet you didn't know you were going to be an impromptu guest, as it were, Light Main. Did ya? So we'll just put this bad boy right over here. Now, one thing I do have to be conscientious about is packing. So I'll have to make sure that it can safely fit in the luggage and not get beat to pieces. But I look forward to that. That's going to be awesome. Jimmy says Brink sounds like an idiot. I'm guessing you're talking about Kyle Brink. Got to go read the bedtime story, Treasure Island tonight. Ooh, good stuff. Hey, read him Mysterious Island by Vern at some point. That's a pot boiler, Dungeon Minister. Yes, he's stuck in the machinery now. So old school D&D shirt with the Sararak and Warduke artwork, $5. Oh, that's cool. As I knew I had to put it up there. I had to, because it was sitting on a shelf. Did I see what Road March said? Re-Brink. I'm scrolling up because I wanted to praise Lightmane. Oh yeah, no, I heard about that. I absolutely heard about that. I actually did a video on it because I felt like a lot of people were taking the tack that Brink said the words, all white people should quit playing D&D. And I'm not saying you guys did. I'm saying some people did. And I was like, look, here's what he said. I still think what he said was terrible, and I think it was stupid. But I did a short video on it, and it upset some people that I clarified. Guys, trust me, I'm not simping for Kyle Brink. I'm just not. Well, we have a place on set to send you souvenir stuff. I mean, the shelves behind. I've been getting stuff now for a while. Some people have sent me miniatures that are too tight. Like I'd have to hook up a macro lens and walk over to the camera to show you some of the like Grenadier 20 millimeter miniatures or 25 millimeter miniatures that people have sent me. I've gotten, books that it's very easy for me to put up, or like Skylar Hernstrom's excellent pulp fantasy books. But if you send me something, I'll do my darndest to put it up. Look, I am not trying to be a chooser because I am a beggar, but if you can send me something, like if you're like, here's a coffee shop that has mugs. Next door to it is a game store that has RPG stuff. Even if it's just a dice or something like that, I will absolutely sing your praises. I love getting gaming stuff. If you're going to send something in for a mail call, you should send me a tent. Watch me just set it up. You could send me a teepee and a wigwam, and then I couldn't do it because I'd be too tense. Hey-o! Yes, powerful silencer of the Alamo. That is what I was trying to drive to. But no, Road March, I completely understand where you're coming from. Don't think that I'm taking Brink's side or saying, no, guys, we should just, it wasn't what he really meant. I know what he really meant. But again, if I'm talking about, if I'm running the AD&D game and some captain of the guard, their enemy is rushing into the castle, and I said, the captain draws a sword and he'll slay the outsiders, I would feel absolutely horrible if somebody took that quote and then said, Bill Sylvie thinks people outside the D&D hobby should be killed. It would make me feel, I would be mortified by that. So that's the one and the only time you would ever hear anything Brink related in that context from me. I mean, he went around to a bunch of little YouTube channels on his apology thing, and I'm going to be honest. Not for the clicks, not for the subscriptions, not for the clout. I genuinely wish they'd said, "Hey, your channel has exploded. Your channel has blown up. Do you mind if we, maybe you could talk to Kyle? Our people would like to talk to you," because I would have some very hard questions for him. I would have some very, very hard questions for him. Very direct questions. Yeah, I don't want to call anyone out. All right, because we're not about calling out other YouTubers here. There's one person, and I won't even say his name. He attacked me over something I posted back in the spring and made a YouTube video. Look at this guy over a tweet that I made. And he posted took links, chopped up little pieces of videos and took me out of context. I blocked him on YouTube. I blocked him on all social media. He just went full ham. The grognards are at it again. But I'm not even going to tell you guys his name, and I'm not going to go down that route. But Doomsword, I kind of feel that maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case. Thank you, Road March. I just want. I never want to be misunderstood if it's at all possible. Naughty Professor, you think you can guess who it is? Who do you think it is? Actually, you know what? No. You don't have to say. You don't have to say. I'm the only thing I'm going to ask people not to say are obviously offensive and hateful things in the comments room. If you say, you say. If you don't, you don't. No, Jimmy, you're absolutely right. I was talking to tonight's sponsor today, Don McVitie, Hellabard Games, fantastic people. When all this blew up, this was before he bought show sponsorship, I should point out. They were doing like multiple sales a day, which for a small, tiny impressum like Hellabard was, because I think now they're getting bigger. That's huge. So yeah, I mean, their screw ups led to the growth of this channel. They led to the growth of many small companies. Who was it? Some public. Was it the company that does Old School Essentials? You guys will have to clue me in on this, but Old School Essentials. Old School Essentials here. I think is this necrotic? Okay, maybe it wasn't Necrotic Gnome because that doesn't stick in my head. But there was a small press Old School company that said they blew out of their print run of their. I'm not talking about basic fantasy role playing like capital B, but they're simple, lightweight OD&D heartbreaker, and I don't mean that in a negative way. RPG, like just had to do another print run, and that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. You'd like to see me hosted at Gods and Monsters? I go to Gods and Monsters from time. Look, I haven't been able to go to Gods and Monsters for a while now. And the reason is I didn't have a car that would get across Orlando. The Saturn leaked oil so profusely that a trip to Gods and Monsters and a trip home would constitute 5 quarts of oil. It would be empty of oil when I got home. And that'll get you pulled over by the police, by the way, just spewing oil out the back of your car. The Volkswagen was entirely unreliable. Will it shake itself apart? Will the engine seize up? There's no telling. So there was like an all from was it just before Christmas, but I couldn't go out there. I couldn't go. Naughty Professor, the Matt Finch stream is tomorrow. Yes, 4 p.m. I will put up the link probably tonight. But Matt is going to be here, and that's going to be fantastic. Kennick, you're off to the green room. So that brings up an interesting thing. Yes, that is Lexi. That is my wife's kitty. She is a set producer, and she's also an enormous pain in the butt. Like right now, she's trying to push my wood grain box set off of the my wood grain box set of Swords and Wizardry. I don't have an OD&D Woody. If I did, it would be on a shelf behind me to mock you guys with, saying, haha, look what I have. Sorry. But anyway, sorry, I have a quick private message here. But anyway, no, she's kind of rubbing on the Frog God box set like, ooh, it would be a shame if I push this off. Rub. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. They have dishes of food out there. They can eat anytime. She's a mess. She's a mess. She was raised by 2 old lady Labradors. We got her when she was a kitten. And her aunties were Onyx and Lulu, and she learned how to dog from them. And she loves my current Labrador, Zeus, and was elated when we got another Labrador after the old ladies passed away. So she's quite the little dog. Sometimes. Put this back up here. Anyway, to go all the way back to what I was saying before we get started, because remind me tomorrow, please. We are just a few minutes away from starting Gamma World. Hopefully, everyone will be in attendance. If you're sitting out there, Gamma Worlders, now might be the time to enter the green room. Yes, my Labrador is named Zeus. But anyway, Gamma World in just about 2 minutes, Luis. Gamma World in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes to Gamma World sign. We are waiting to see if one other player joins us. He might have had a work exigency that keeps him away, because unlike, some other streamed RPG shows of immense popularity, this is just fun. Gamma Rollers will find the Lochnar tonight. Probably not, but who knows? But we'll get going on that in just a few minutes. Let me ask you guys something. Delver's Dungeon merch, yes or no? You guys interested in t-shirts or coffee mugs or posters or pins or anything like that? Let me know. I work with the clay I have. Well put, Clannerjink. The hands that written doom, Mark Morrison. Fuchsia wants merch. Played Second Ed GW back in the day. Got into a couple of Mutant Future back in the 2010s for a couple of years. Very cool. So just contemplate that. A giveaway. My miniatures. No. They're mine. Go get your own unpainted plastic and metal. I'll paint them someday, and you'll see. Mark wants a coffee cup. Maybe we can do something through Teespring. You know, that was the thing if you remember Teespring. All right, well, I think we're just about ready to start. I've got Luis is going to join us there. He's waiting patiently. He's Gamma Worldwide. Who am I? Good evening, Miss Bella Games. Would I ever sell a t-shirt? Sure. I got a whole closet full of them. Because you can have one. You want an Atlanta Braves t-shirt? I think I got a Cincinnati Zoo t-shirt. No, I don't. Decker's Dungeon. I ordered Delver's Dungeon merch from wish.com and got Decker's Dungeon instead. All right, enough of this nonsense. Let's I don't think anybody would want my autograph, Fuchsia, but we'd see. Welcome, our Gamma Worlders, our survivors in the wasteland. The one, the only Rex Dashington.
Hello.
Played by. Good evening, Rex. Good to see you. The man with no name, and that name is Numbers Rab, played by our own Doomsword Deathmaster. Good evening, sir.
What's up?
The winged hellion herself, the Angel of Death 4077, played by Sapphire Steel.
Evening all.
And who is this strange man in silhouette standing behind the curtain? We'll just have to find it out shortly, but he'll be played by the one, the only, the inimitable Tonka Todd. Good evening.
Hey, he looks just like the old guy.
He does look just like the old guy.
And the one before that.
Yes.
Nice.
So, you are standing there in the ruins of ancient Lanta, having barely escaped the destruction of the building of medicine. You're battered, you're wounded, you're injured, but you have a vehicle. You have a nominal amount of fuel for it. You have found a Rex Dashington, if not the Rex Dashington, a suit of power armor, some ancient technology that might be of help on the medical frontier, and a cart to load some of your loot on. Oh, mighty adventurers, what do you wish to do? Oh, also you have the corpse of Bogo. It's about that tall, starting to smell.
If I could, Bill, guys, the ghost of Bogo reaches to your minds and says, "Pose me like Buddy Jesus from Dogma. Make me your hood ornament."
Does somebody know how to preserve him?
Oh yes, and they point out Clanner Jake remembers you also have like a giant crate of MREs, enough for weeks of survival in the hostile lands, unless of course Clanner was talking about an impromptu MRE Bogos corpse. So I mean, he's been irradiated, so it's not like you're going to catch anything from him.
No. If he's irradiated, he should last for a while before he starts decomposing. Just like the strawberries at the supermarket.
You would hope. Hey, tell that to the people who supply the strawberries to my local Publix, man. I've seen. I have left Publix with fresh strawberries and gotten home with mold samples. So, all right. So,
We
there
also, besides the MREs, we have a stasis on the back on the trailer too. I thought we took one.
Yes, you do. You have the stasis chamber. You have the MREs. You have the.
I think we're
just
sticking all the MREs in the stasis chamber for transport because the car's
that's
not that
fine.
big.
That's fine. However you want to do it. Weight wise, you definitely got enough room, and Rex Dashington can sit on the cart. Also, because your power armor weighs quite a bit. So, what do?
We don't have any formaldehyde out of the building at all, do we?
No.
Okay. I don't think we could do anything for Bogo, so maybe we should look for fuel for the vehicle.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with him. I mean, unless you want to try to turn him into fuel. That's why I don't work with names. We're all just numbers out here.
Oh. When we find a fuel, maybe we'll find something we can paint the little guy with and put him on the hood ornament, I guess.
Just toss him out the window.
Wrong, but that's wrong. Don't do
that might scare potential predatory gangs away if we seem like the bigger bunch of psychopaths.
At least skin him or something. Nobody wants that stink. Man stunk enough on his own.
Does somebody know taxidermy? He's got the hard shell.
We just need the skeleton.
Is there some way we can taxidermy him somehow? The shell, his carcass?
You'll need like some saltpeter and some straw, some wire, that sort of thing. Taxidermy is an unpleasant process, to say the least. But your basic medical knowledge, you think you could probably do it?
All right. Well, on our way to find fuel, if there's some kind of stores that might carry that kind of thing, I'll be on the lookout.
Surely we can melt the flesh off, right?
Well, basically, we're going to mummify him with the saltpeter.
Hey, if you want to look for that, just don't have me smelling him.
All right.
Appreciate it.
So I'll put him in a bag. I'll put him on, attach him to the back of the trailer behind everybody.
Okay.
So if something follows us, they're gonna get that stench, I guess.
You toss Bogo into a duffel bag, and
No, we carefully put him there. We're not just tossing him. Here's my little guy.
anyway, so however you manage to work it out. Oh, thank you very much, James. Where are you guys going? What are you doing? You have you have fuel in the vehicle. The vehicle is operational.
We're looking for buildings that have signs in front of them that might have like a shell or initials or something.
This city is ruins for the most part. I mean, there's a few buildings here and again that are essentially intact, but other than the scavengers you bump into, it's not really a commerce hub much anymore. So if you're looking for a gas station, you might have to wait for a while before you come across the next San An or
Well, if
7
there's any
like
buildings that have like big garage doors for vehicles kind of thing that they would come and go, either I'm thinking there would be repair bays or like fleet maintenance buildings or something like that for corporations.
How about like a bus depot or ruined fire stations?
Yeah.
you can certainly look around for structures like that in the city ruins if you want.
So I missed last week. Am I still driving this car and whatnot? And we got the trailer attached behind it with the
Yeah, you're driving.
yeah, cool.
You're driving. I'm shotgun,
All right,
and then
thank you.
Joe Ramey, I guess, is in the back seat now since Bogo is at the very back of the trailer, and Rex is in the middle.
Right.
Rex is tail gunner.
Yeah, so even Bogo dominates Rex in his death. Can we just like detach the trailer real? I mean, I guess I could go over a big bump or something like that. All right.
Rex is on and all of the MREs and the stasis chamber, so no. We got to take the trailer with us.
All right, so
I'll make sure the chains are secure just in case he tries it. No.
That's fine. So picking your way through the streets, the ruins of old Lanta, there's obvious places where maybe in decades past, well after the war, but it's still been a while where maybe there were some attempts made at habitation. You pass the occasional line of sheds, attempts at barriers that are blasted or burnt down. It's kind of what you get, it's people. What are you going to do, right?
Do we just a quick question or a recap point or whatever? Do we feel like we're like in downtown Lanta, such as it were?
Yeah, the rubble is a lot more prominent, and the building ruins seem the ones that are still vertical are much taller. You do find yourself having to double back up and down streets, which is fun because you're pulling a trailer. Fortunately, he can hop off, power up his suit, lift the trailer, and help you perform a 1-point turn as need be. So as you find yourself creeping down a narrow street, you're like, hey, there's a vehicle that's completely intact. And then, you get past the front of it and it's like the front 2 feet of it. Excuse me, the front 150 or so millimeters of it are intact, but the back half of it is just like slagged.
If there's any that we can access, like the fuel intake, we should stop to see if there's anything in there that we can siphon out. I mean, every little bit helps. So if we come across 10 vehicles that have a couple gallons of gas, we can make a full tank out of it.
Well, you don't. I mean, anything you see is rusted. I mean, it's yes, the technology of the 22nd century was wondrous, but it's also been 200 years. It's amazing that this vehicle is still intact. You're not really seeing much in the way, a lot of stuff has already been looted. Like,
I guess we get to thank plastic and not metal.
That's as maybe. as you are winding your way down this narrow street with the melted remains of a bus to your left, and there's a row of remarkably intact buildings on your right. They're 2-story. They seem to be of a curious design that, even though they look to be made of the metals, plastics, and glass of the ancient times before the dark years, the design that they're made in seems to be of an even greater antiquity. And what's most curious about them is the upper story window of one of these buildings is there's a banner of some kind. It is green and it has a white star in the middle, and arranged neatly on the edge of the window is a little row of red flowers appear to have been potted.
We clearly stop.
Do you want me to fly up there and check it out?
If you want to. I gotta talk to Rex for a minute anyways.
Okay. So, Rex, do you want to check it out, or should I? Because we can both fly.
Sure, I'll go up there. And he
Okay.
will launch up there and take a quick look.
Okay, so the window is it is very neatly boarded over. It seems less, for, hey, we have no glass, and more to preserve perhaps the glass that's behind it. But it also appears that the boards are easily removed to maintain the flowers, perhaps.
So just to be clear, these are decorative flowers, not like tomato plants with flowers or something like that?
That is correct.
Okay.
Are they real or are they plastic?
Well, you're not. Well, that's right. You flew up, so they appear to be real.
Can I fly a little closer and try to peek through the cracks in the wood?
If there's real flowers, someone must be here maintaining them.
All right, so
What do you think?
you bump the appropriate control with your chin. You glide forward, and looking through the slits, even though it's very worn and run down, it's very neatly and well kept. Again, the furnishings inside don't seem to be from antiquity from prior to the dark years. They seem to be from antiquity from well prior to the dark years. Lots of finished wood. There's a shelf of tattered books. There's a wing-backed chair. It's sprung. It's worn out, but it looks like it's been cared for as best as can be. And there's a most curious device. It's a square. It is perhaps it's this big on a side. There's a flat black disc on it. Curving upwards from it is something that appears to be an oddly shaped funnel, and there's a crank handle next to it.
Would Rex know what that is?
Give me a D20 roll.
11.
You think it's some kind of sound playback device of antiquity that was perhaps powered by turning that handle.
Have we seen it maybe represented on other things with maybe a dog?
You haven't, no. Rex. Oh, Elite Gamer, thank you. little amuse-bouche from Elite Gamer. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But anyway, you know, it looks just as I've explained it.
So this is a well-kept building and area here.
Seems to be.
Perhaps we should go on in.
If we can get in. Does the window
there a
seem to
door?
be large enough?
I'm sorry, there was crosstalk. There is a door at ground level, just underneath the window.
I will fly up a little further. Is there a door on the roof?
No, not immediately visible. You think maybe there is what looks like the ruins of a small structure, maybe 1 meter on a side, that have been kind of blown down and sort of collapsed in on themselves on the roof, but you don't immediately see anything that looks like a door up here. In fact, looking back and forth across the building that you're on and the ones to the left and the right, it looks like maybe a blast just demolished everything up here, but it was at a height that it did not seriously affect the buildings.
Are the buildings around this one in as good a repair?
There's 5 on this row. None of them are in as good a shape as this. They are all in slightly better shape than the ones around them, because the buildings on the other side of the street and further down the street on the right are almost all demolished, collapsed.
So whatever happened took out those a lot more than this row of buildings.
So Rex will point down, signaling to 4077 that he's heading back down. He's gonna go down there and with numbers there, say, I think maybe we should go in. Someone is clearly keeping this place well maintained, and I believe is a very cultured individual by their use of pre-ancient technology to listen to music.
Yeah, I might do that. Let me ask you a question. How much of your memory you got left? Will you retain now? You know the mission?
Well, I don't remember that, but you guys said we're looking for supplies and we're heading back to a base somewhere.
Yeah, that's about what I figured. Just wanted to check, because at some point the mission's got to end. I mean, if that's the idea, let's go back to Sanctuary. Eventually. Maybe that'll jog your memories. Anyway, yeah, I'm up for whatever.
My head was really ringing after the whole missile in the reactor accident, or incident, I should say.
I'm sure.
But it sounds like we need more gas to get back.
Yeah, well, pop.
And we should probably, bury Bogo or something. Whatever.
Whatever needs to happen with that, but I don't. Did you leave all his possessions on him too? Well, we're gonna bury him with all his stuff, or we could take that.
No. No need to waste good possessions.
I agree. That's the Rex I know.
I'm gonna land too.
Okay.
Should we knock?
Go for it.
Okay. I'll knock on the door.
Okay.
I do declare, I have callers.
You hear a voice from inside the building.
I shoot inside the building. Just kidding. Yeah, I can't be in character all the time.
Completely understandable, sir. But try and keep that under control. This is a serious role play. This is high drama of the mind. We try and maintain it's a very serious role playing effort here.
Rex will amplify his voice back up. Hello there. Very pretty flowers.
Just one moment, please. Just one moment, please.
Rex will look to the other two. Is he setting up a trap, or do you think we caught him on the toilet?
Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, he's obviously a music connoisseur, so and likes botany, so I don't know what to tell you here.
Maybe we caught him listening to Nickelback and he's embarrassed.
What's that? Is it something I'd like?
Perhaps, I don't know.
Nobody would like that.
My character, y'all hear little dainty steps running toward the door, and the door flies open, and before you stands a tall human-looking guy. For character reference, think of a young Colonel Sanders that sells Kentucky Fried Chicken, complete with white shirt, and he also has a frilly apron on that says something the cook.
Oh, you can't even get the kiss part out.
It's nice to meet you. I hope we didn't catch you at a bad time.
Oh, Lord heavens, no. Please, where are my manners? Please do come in.
All right then. I think Rex is going to come out of the armor for this, but he is going to take some of his weapons with him.
Since I knocked on the door, I said, okay. Go on.
So, what are you cooking?
Oh,
Hey, good looking. What you got cooking?
I had just come back from the market, and it's just I have some yard birds cooking. I've got plenty if you want some.
There's a market?
Well, in so much as going to my backyard, yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Do please come in. It is not very often I get callers coming.
Well, thank you. We would love yard bird.
Now, I will point out that despite his congeniality and the relative cleanliness of this place, and I just kind of stepping in a little bit as a GM, this is not like this is an encampment that he has made very, very comfortable, but it's not like, oh, well, it's obvious you've been living here hundreds of years or anything like that. Just FYI, I just want to kind of set the scene a little bit better.
Thanks for breaking in. Because I was going to ask, how's it smell?
I mean, dusty.
What about that food?
Oh, the food. Roll a d20 for me, if you would, please, Todd.
Oh boy, how good of a cook is he? Let's find out, shall we? I've never wanted to roll a 1 more in my life. Here we go.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, come on, roll. A 14.
A 14. It smells very good. It smells pretty hearty. This is a game bird that you were able to snatch out of the sky, and once you were sure that it didn't have radioactive eyes or could automatically teleport its living young into your thorax or anything, you have plenty here for all. You have a 10-piece family meal and some MRE bread that you located.
My man, you seem all right.
Oh, that smells good.
Well, Rex will follow him on in, follow the smell of the good food.
Do we have biscuits and mashed potatoes?
Well, of course. What type of host would I be if I did not? And I have the fancy white gravy.
Oh.
Ooh. Okra?
Sign me up. And coleslaw.
But
We're
of course,
going
only the best deep fried okra stuff.
Oh. My friend, are you looking for a job?
Well, let's see how it tastes first.
Yeah, but I am with Rex though, because he can just sit back there and cook next to Rex in the body, while I just drive or whatever.
So from out on the street, you hear Do Re Mi call out, "Guys, it smells really good. Is he shooting?"
In. Well, lock the car up first, but come on in.
Don't worry, we'll bring you some.
So
it's jerk chicken like him.
Yeah. Anyway, Do Re Mi comes in. And, you've got this table, like one leg is you've got a stack of little alloy and plasticine bricks holding up one corner of the table, and it's still not quite enough. There's cracked plates and bent silverware, but the man puts on a good spread, and you have the 11 herbs and spices of the venerated and inscrutable colonel, or at least something not unlike that.
Does he have both the original and the extra crispy?
That what you made a good roll there, so you'll have to tell me. Did you do both?
What kind of host would I be if I did otherwise?
Well, there you go.
Grabbing a plate and I'm getting the extra crispy. I don't know about the rest of you, but that's my thing.
You may have the last KFC on the planet right here, right now, tonight, adventurers, as you enjoy. So through a mouthful of some kind of bird there that he is gobbling up, the fellow named Do Re Mi says, "Oh, what's your name, stranger?"
Oh, I do declare, where are my manners? I do apologize. And he pulls himself up, to his full height and says, I am Cuthbert Dale Something-Bug, Jr. the Third. And then he does a gracious bow.
Good to meet you.
Cuddy, can I call you Cuddy? And he wipes his hands. Sticks it.
Most folks in these parts call me preacher.
Preacher? Preacher?
Why?
Okay.
Why?
No, whatever. Shorter's better. Longer the name, quicker to kill in my book.
Sounds like there's a
Yes.
story behind it.
Oh, I try to share. I say, the good word of the Lord.
Well, if your word is as good as it's cooking, we might actually listen too.
Let me introduce our group. I am Rex Dashington. And as he does that, he shakes his long, luscious black locks and strokes the chicken grease in his goatee a little bit. And here we have Numbers Rab and
Aye.
Medical Officer 4077.
I preen my
And-
wings a little bit and I look at Rex kind of like, okay.
And of course, Do Re Mi.
Yep. We had a little guy traveling with us. He was kind of like this like third of a meter tall bug kind of thing, but he died. We were over in the big medical building, and somebody fired a missile pack into the power plant of the place. Which, speaking of, I'm not sure if you heard the explosion, but this might not be a safe place for you to stay anymore.
Yeah, that is a good point, though. But I mean, let's be honest. He did
Let's ignore
some
that comment. and
dumb stuff.
Preacher, why don't you come with us? We're heading to a safe place called Sanctuary, where everyone is welcome and all kinds of mutants and humans and little critter type people all live together in harmony. We could
We are
really
all-
use a good cook.
We are all children of the Lord.
It is at that point that from out on the street somewhere, you hear a voice bellow out, "Come out, preacher! Come out!" You know this voice. These are the people of entropy. They have laid siege to you now for 7 sunrises, and they've never seemed to catch you.
Figures.
The voice calls out, "We see your technology. It will not avail you. Come out and fall to the blade. Entropy calls for you." And there's this ragged cheer that kind of goes up.
Who are these tools?
If I
do. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, not to in his own inimitable style, the preacher explains that he came here about a fortnight ago. These people showed up about a week thereafter and essentially laid siege. And it was only through the preacher's puissant skill at arms that he has been able to hold them back. But now that they've never attacked during the day, and it is late in the afternoon rather than at night. It sounds like there is quite a band out on the street. And you guys hear clanking and banging, followed by kind of a metallic thud.
Beehive. They're going after our car. Ugh.
Well, I'm glad I
Should we
brought some
go
of my
kick
grenades
some
up
butt?
there.
Should we go kick some butt?
The old preacher stands up, dusts himself off, removes his apron, bows slightly, and says, I do apologize for the sudden and very rude interruption. I will go deal with this rabble. And starts walking toward the door.
No.
We'll
They're going
go
after
with
our
you.
stuff.
Hey, you guys go with him.
Stuff. Yeah.
He knows all about it, evidently.
And Rex will turn to Do Re Mi and say, "Let this be a lesson to you. Why it's important to man your post when you're on guard duty. You can't think with your stomach." And then he'll continue out after the preacher.
Doe's just holding a drumstick looking at you like, You told me to come up here. And furthermore, everybody was eating. Speaking of which, 477, could you pass me the gravy, please?
I pass on the gravy.
Right. You know,
I mean, we are civilized here.
Look, let's be honest.
Unlike the people outside.
Where you are from the world, a cup of KFC mashed potatoes with their gravy on it. Mwah. Excellent. Anyway, that's not a sponsorship, by the way. We don't have a.
It could be if they want to buy and.
Anyway, so there's this like clanking and banging going on down there, and how are you guys going down there? Are you going over the window to look out? Or are you just going downstairs to deal with these people?
I look at our new friend and say, "Does this window open?" And I look at it. Is it big enough that I could get out of it?
If there weren't boards on it, you could get out of it.
Okay, fine.
There are 20 millimeter, 2 centimeter gaps between the boards, very neatly positioned there.
I ask him, is there a way to get outside up through the roof?
Oh, absolutely, dear. Absolutely. Go to the top and go to the attic, and you'll see the door there.
All right, I'm gonna go to the attic. Rex? Oh, well, you're not in your suit, so you're going to have to go out the front door.
Well, I think I may go up with you, actually.
Okay. Well, yeah, you have your range weapon, so that might be better for you. I ask our friend, does he have range weapons?
I've got old Betsy, and you see him reach in a corner and pull out like an old pump shotgun that has been
all right.
meticulously
let's head to the roof and take care of this business here.
Excellent.
I don't like them messing with our stuff.
Well,
so that
the preacher's head to the front door.
Oh, if you
just
want to go to the front door, that's fine.
Your ancient Remington counts as a slug thrower, and it does 4 dice 6 on a successful hit.
Messing with my dinner and messing with my stuff, not cool, buds. I'm just saying.
Do-Re-Mi will he will also go to the ceiling. He's like, if these bums got guns, but he hefts the crossbow. We'll give him as good as we get.
Yeah, I'll follow you, preacher. I'll back you up. I'm staying a few feet behind. I'm sure you understand. No funny business.
Rex is going to look over the side. He wants to see if perhaps there's an area where there's a mob that he could throw a grenade, but not blow up the car and the suit. More the suit, but doesn't want to blow up the car as well.
Or the trailer with all the good stuffs.
Okay, so those of you working your way up to the roof, it's a lot of effort because apparently the exit to the roof is hidden, and it is metal, and it is heavy. You basically have to drag, or rather, you have to push a large pile of rubble out of the way. It was not going to be quick. But those of you who go down to the street, this is what you see. There are men standing there in dirty black and gray robes. There's a trio of men standing over Rex's suit of powered armor, trying to wedge metal implements into the joints. One of them is like trying to smash sensor ports and that sort of thing. And there are others kind of sitting behind piles of rubble and whatnot. They all appear to be armed with melee implements. And the leader, whose skin is almost just milk white, is wearing some kind of device or something over his eyes that almost completely blocks out of his eyes. Numbers, they remind you of your IR glasses somewhat.
Okay, thanks.
Numbers, you may act first before initiative because of your speed.
Right, so I'm down there and these guys are within firing range and whatnot.
Yeah, they're literally like 5 meters away. When you come out the door, there's the car in the middle of the street, the trailer, the suit of power armor now lying on its side.
Right, perfect. I'll go ahead and take one out that's a little farther away from the power armor and the fuel cell on the vehicle.
Are we up on the roof yet, or not quite yet?
You guys are spending this round forcing that stuff out of the way. What is the colonel doing? I'm sorry, the preacher doing. KFC fixation. You guys started talking about KFC, and that's all I want right now.
That's his new nickname, the Colonel.
Or mashed potatoes. That's his new nickname.
Bucket of extra
I want to make sure I have this right. My mutation of a telekinetic arm.
Yes.
And it can go out. So I have an arm that can stretch out to 20 meters, and my hand has a strength of 18.
That is correct.
Okay. Then I am going to force choke the closest guy to the door with my telekinetic arm, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
you're
it did.
Gonna, like slam into him and send him in the building across the way.
All right, so you're going to reach out and grab him. Numbers, go ahead and take your shot at one. There's actually one kind of hunker down. He's near the front of the car where the engine is and the fuel cell isn't. But there's, there's this weird. Almost all the paint has gone off of it. It's got sort of a curvilinear top and 4 sturdy legs to it that seem to fix it into the ground. It's some kind of box-like device, maybe a 1.5 meters tall and 1/3 of a meter wide with the flecks of blue paint on it. He's hunkered behind it.
Yeah. Well, you picked my guy for sure, because hell with that. I rolled a 9, weapon class 13.
All right, let's see now. I have got to get a good GM screen for that. Actually, I have a PDF of the GM screen. I got to start using the GM screen. So a 9, weapon class 13. He is. Let me see. Give me just a second here, please.
Sure.
While we wait, those in the peanut gallery, if you've not, please smash the like button, subscribe, and share the content of the channel. Together, we can hit 5,000. Now, back to the show.
Back to the show, indeed. All right. So he is, let's see, armor class, and he rolled a 9. Let's see. Armor class type. I'm sorry. What was your weapon type?
13.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Zap.
All right. That's 11, 17, and 9 is 26 points of damage.
Okay, he screams and clutches his shoulder as your blast catches him. They start shouting and clanking their weapons, and the one who's standing on the trailer points at you and says, "That one dies first. Then all the users of the wheel will suffer and face entropy." Let's roll initiative. How about it, Colonel? Or Preacher? Give me a D6 roll. I'm going to keep making that mistake. Let me know now.
I do declare,
Colonel.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, party goes.
Gentleman.
Party goes first. Go ahead and make your attack there, Preacher.
Well, if I could learn how to type, it would. Okay. Oh, come on! What am I doing wrong?
That's why I like real dice.
Not using real dice, I was going to say.
Normally, you tell us what color and everything.
I rolled a 10.
All right, so this is a physical attack now. You're basically reaching out and grabbing this guy. You know, there's kind of a shimmering white, sort of a glowing Big B's grasping hand as you lunge out at this guy with it. Let's see. How many hit dice do you have? Tell me that.
I have 9 heroic hit dice.
You grab onto him, and he immediately drops his hand axe and reaches up and starts clawing at your hand.
And the preacher very quickly says, "Now I've told you unwashed heathens, I am not to be disturbed, but yet here you are while I have collars. This is rude and unacceptable behavior. Today, I'm your huckleberry."
Nice.
I'd say you heard the man.
All right. Okay. So that finishes that. The fellow standing on the car just shakes his head and says, "Your mutations will not save you. All will be cleansed." And he raises up his glasses, and you just see these red bloodshot eyes, and there's this hideous, awful blue-green flash from them.
Oof.
And your con is 9, correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, piffle, that's not gonna. You feel this terrible blast of heat wash across you. Let's see. Constitution 9. You take 8 points of rad damage.
Oh, wow, that's quite a lot.
Maybe back off. Just saying.
Okay. And he then yells, "Destroy them!" And a bunch of them are going to spend their round rushing forward to get to you guys in close combat. Up on the roof to finish the round, you guys have pushed the rubble away. You hear a tinkling of glass and like a crunching sound, like perhaps Do Re Mi is or no, he came up to the roof with you guys, so you don't hear that. Yeah, Do Re Mi is looking down at this, and he says, "Oh crap," and is He's actually, even though he's got his arbalest cocked there, he's drawing his slug thrower and taking aim. So in the next round, Rex 4077, you guys have a clear line of fire. There's easily 20 of these guys. One of them is standing prominently and just pointed at your new friend and did something terrible to him.
Oh, mother pucker.
Yeah, let's watch it. Neil does not have a sense of humor about foul language, apparently. So
messing with my fried chicken? Not cool.
Rex, you did, how much did you do in the last round? You did 26.
What? Sorry?
I did 26, yes.
Numbers. Okay. There's that fellow. That you shot once. He's actually moved out and is running up to you, axe in hand. So there's two. There's so many of these guys that they can't all get to you at the same time, but you're each gonna have like 5 or 6 on you, and the others look like they're trying to rush past. And
Bogo had some grenades that we would have taken.
But you didn't. Actually, Bogo used his last grenade in the fight against the robots, as I recall.
All right.
No, actually, Bogo had one left because I had 2 when I threw that one.
No, you said with his. I remember last week it was with his last grenade, but they don't have it regardless.
Okay.
No, okay, yeah, you're right. I see where I marked I used the last one. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so declarations. What is Rex doing?
Rex will shoot the red-eyed guy in the face.
Okay, I hope you do. Numbers, I guess. Which one do you wish to try and vaporize?
Well, they're closing in on me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I drop my laser rifle and draw my vibro blade and still attack? Or
absolutely. With your dex, if you want to do that, are you going after the one that you wounded?
Yeah, well, what I don't want to do is run past anybody who's closing in on me. So if somebody closes in on me first, I'd like to cut them in half. But otherwise, yeah, I'll get on that guy and bust his head off.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll then, because again, very high dex.
All right, thank you. Oh, that's good. That's a 15 with the vibroblade, which is weapon class 5.
That will hit him, and that does 25 points of damage. So,
yes,
however, catch him, he is down, and he is not
getting his head off.
Yes. Okay. So what is the preacher doing?
Preacher is fixing to open fire with his shotgun to the closest one to him.
Okay. Is that the fellow you were choking? Because he's still being choked at this minute. You're going to let him go and then feed him a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. 4077, what are you firing what?
I am using my needler with paralysis to take basically anybody down that is closest to numbers and our preacher.
You have a target-rich environment. You definitely have a lot to choose from.
All right. Well, I'll take the next one that looks like it's going to attack numbers.
Okay. So in fact,
because numbers my bud.
Here. I'm just going to go ahead and block off some of these guys as so numbers now has 5 on him.
I look at Rex in the future. Make sure you just always wear your armor?
He'll give her kind of a dirty look and then say, yeah.
Okay.
Lesson learned.
So Rex has 5 on him. Preacher has 6 on him. And there's a group that's not counting
Numbers,
the
you mean, not Rex? Numbers?
numbers. I'm sorry. There's a group not counting the leader who is standing prominently up on top of the vehicle or up on top of your trailer connected to your vehicle. That is rushing into the into the entrance from whence you came.
I give him sign language. The bird.
Okay.
It's fitting I'm winged.
And we will give that over to, even though you've already gone, Doomsword, why don't you go ahead and roll initiative?
Sure.
You guys will almost.
That's a 2.
That is sufficient. Blaze away. I'm going to roll for our buddy, Do-Re-Mi. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's a solid hit from Do-Re-Mi. You hear the blast of his slug thrower as he fires into the group that is trying to rush the house, winging one of them. And that fellow cries out in pain. Let me see that did. He like grasps his arm and points and says, "Look up there! They are still fewer than us, brothers." All right. So, party, please conduct the rest of your attacks. Let's start off with Yang. Please do so.
All right. So before he shoots, he's going to pull his gun out and say, "Get your mother flippin' tushy off my Monday through Friday car." And 18.
18 will hit. Well, what were you firing at him?
I was firing my laser pistol.
Laser pistol, which I think is how many dice is that? That's
5d6.
5d6. Okay, burn a hole in this dude.
Very
that is
nice.
terrible. Just 9.
Okay.
Mess with my dinner. Mess with my vehicle. Not cool.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to injure him. Go ahead and take your shot, please, Preacher. Todd.
Alrighty. As Preacher pulls the trigger, he says, "As the good book says, fill your hands, you son." And he rolls a 12.
A 12. Let's see. I am going to say that is a weapon class. We're just going to keep it simple and put it on the slug thrower chart. So I believe that's weapon class 9. You rolled a 12. His armor class, well, his armor class is what it is. I don't want to give anything away there. 6, 9. That will connect. Kaboom.
Booyah, baby. And for those keeping scores at home, I use the white 20-sided to smack dude in the face with the bullets.
There you go.
And he rolls 6, 4, 3, 1, 14.
14, not bad. Okay. So yeah, he eats a little bit of buckshot there. All right. I think we're around now. I think that's the entire party except for 4077. So go ahead and take your shot.
I scream out, "Down with you bigoted party crashers!" And let me... I gotta put my reading glasses on. These stupid dice are so stupid and small. Okay, a 13.
A 13. Okay. Weapon class 11.
my Needler with paralysis.
That will hit. Roll 3d6, please.
Okay. Oop, I gotta get 3 of those.
So this is basically poison, but you're trying for...
Okay, that is 16.
Wow. Wow. Okay, yeah, your dart slams into this guy, and he reaches over and goes, ha ha ha, and collapses, falling off the vehicle. So he is unconscious. Okay. There is a group that is making their way into the house. You guys below you start to hear smashing sounds and stuff being demolished and muffled voices and whatnot. Down on the street, we're going to start with numbers. Numbers armor class is what, 2?
4.
4. Okay. Preacher, I don't think we actually got to Preacher's equipment, but surviving out here so long, I'm going to say that you've probably you've got some combination of armor underneath your dapper clothes that would at least give you an armor class of 5. Do you have an exceptionally high dex?
I have a dex of 15.
A dex of 15. Okay, I don't think that lends you anything as far as extra AC, but let's see. So AC 5. They're swinging at you with axes.
And can I just mark the armor as dapper armor?
You may absolutely. It is dapper armor.
You're a Southern gentleman.
So these are weapon class 2. They're axes. And you are missed. You are missed. That's 3 so far. 4 misses. 16 might get you. Say that this
The tools.
Yes, that gets you. And you take a whopping 1 point of damage.
This, was my good coat.
It was. So the others miss you. Numbers is also armor class 4. Numbers, you're struck twice with axes, taking a total of 6 points of damage.
Today you die, dogs.
Okay. So the banging and smashing sounds are coming closer. They will be on the roof at the end. Well, they will be on the roof in the next round. So let's get declarations. Rex and 4077, what are you doing? Do Re Mi is turning around. He is raising his gun to cover the entrance onto the roof.
I'm gonna fly in the air and continue to fire down on the group.
Okay. What is Rex doing, Yang?
He is going to try to kill that leader guy again.
The leader guy is down and unconscious.
Oh, well then.
I should say he's down. You don't know if he's unconscious or not. He's just not moving. He just took a dart in the neck and fell back off of the trailer.
Then who is there? Anybody else messing with my suit?
No. They are all like, you can see your friends well, your new friend and your well, they're both your new friends, back to back, being swarmed by these guys. They are ignoring your equipment right now.
Okay, good. Then I guess I will try to pick off one of the guys that's going after them, since I can't shoot at any of the people coming up the stairs right now, right?
Not yet, no.
No. Okay, then I will try to take out one of the guys down below.
Okay. Rex, you're gonna continue to slash, or you're gonna draw your pistol and fire, or what?
Me?
No. Damn it. Numbers. Sorry. I'll get it right one of these days, guys. Numbers.
Yeah, I've got my vibro blade out. I'll say something first. I'm going to hack the guys, who are around me, but I'd like to say, your master's dead. I'll see you in hell myself.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and roll initiative. And I think we'll go over to Rex Dashington, Yang Yan Zhao. Give us an initiative roll.
4.
Party goes first. You guys are winning initiative, which is very important.
Very.
All right. I'm sorry. I should have had numbers attack first before initiative, but go ahead and make your attack roll before anyone else.
All right, no problem. Hey, it's a 20. Sweet.
That's 25 points of damage to one of them.
Nice. Told you.
All right. He staggers back with a wicked slash across his torso, but then, kind of does the dabs it. Come on, and rushes you with his axe.
Psycho, huh?
They all seem to be fanatically crazy about attacking you guys. 4077, take your shot. Who are you shooting at? Just one of those that are rushing your friends on the ground?
Yeah. I scream
Target
out
on
first.
numbers
Mutant
or
haters.
target on numbers or target on preacher?
Target on preacher. I'm alternating.
Okay.
And I scream out, mutant haters bite feces.
Okay.
All right. And I rolled a 16.
That will hit. Roll 3d6 to see what strength of that poison.
All right, we got a 12.
12. Okay. Let us then examine what a 12 might do to this fellow. For I know how many hit dice he has. It's an interesting way poisons work in this game. You basically have a table that says, did they take damage? That is another one unconscious. So, preacher, one of the crowd that's near you is now unconscious. You have 5 attacking you. You may take your shot.
All right. Actually, I I have a question for the next round, real quick, if I can, real quick, Bill.
Certainly.
The magnetic control mutation I have, where I can repel or attract metal objects or whatever 150 meters around me or whatever.
Yes.
Does that mean I can magneto the things and lift them up and throw them at somebody, or make their blades chase them?
All right. So let's look at the power. Just a moment. Magnetic control. This is the power through the control of magnetic fields to repel, attract, or utilize any inanimate ferrous object. The effects on powered objects are to be determined by the referee. Treat any object to be controlled as having a mental resistance of 12 to determine whether or not control is successful. There's no weight restriction, and the mutation has a range of 100 meters. It lasts for 25 melee turns and may be used once every 24 hours. So yes, potentially you could. I will say, like, if you want to grab one of them and try and manipulate it finally, like stop hitting yourself, you can do that. But if you just want to, say, throw all of the ferrous materials around you, Tetsuo in Akira style, you can do that.
So final question.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no weight limit, and because Fearless Leader's armor is powered down, could I use that to lift his armor to him on the roof?
Yeah, you absolutely can. There's enough metal in it, not just light alloys and carbon fiber and such. There's enough actual ferrous material in it that you can pick it up and move it to the roof.
That is what I'm going to do my next turn. Right now, I'm going to roll for the old slug thrower. I'm sorry, I wanted to be clear on that before I started acting crazy.
That's fine.
Up to now has been sane.
Right? I rolled I do declare I rolled a 17.
That will hit that one.
The white dice is now known as the preacher dice.
There you go.
Hey, I got the black demon dice, so it works.
4, 4, 1,
I guess
and 3 is 12.
All right. Okay, he staggers back with some buckshot in him, and let's see. I think has Rex taken his shot?
Not yet. 17.
You guys are on fire tonight. Oh, that a giant herp lands in the building and breathes fire at you.
13 damage. No, sorry. 16 damage.
Was that one on numbers or one on Preacher?
Rex really liked that chicken, so one on Preacher.
All right.
The whole to the stomach thing.
Bill, the reason why everyone's rolling good, it's those 11 herbs and spices.
It's the
secret recipe.
11 herbs and spices. I'm telling you, KFC, this could be great. Look, you guys are going to build a gaming console. You've done a dating sim. Why not? Why not
You could sponsor us? We'll sell it up. We've got a character for you that's gonna advertise everything. The Colonel.
I would not compromise my old school RPG values one whit for a sponsor on this show.
Todd would.
But my gosh, if I could get the venerated and inscrutable Colonel, hell yeah, I'd find a way to work them into old school RPGs. All right.
Hashtag it.
So you blast one that is on Preacher, injuring him further. So counterattacks, here's 4 going to numbers. That is a miss. That is a miss. That is a miss. And that is just barely a miss.
Sweet.
Sure. Preacher, you're struck for 3 points of damage. Missed, and just missed. Okay. So in the new round, you up on the roof, you hear the scraping sound as the hatch is pushed away, and then you hear the loud report from Doremi's hog leg.
It's not reindeer, Santa.
Unfortunately, the guy was barely out, and when he saw that tunnel pointing at him, he kind of jerked back down, and the bullet skips off of the roof next to him. All right, so in the new round, you guys look over and see just Preacher just raises his hands. He raises his hands and looks to the sky, and you see Rex Dashington's armor begin to lift off the ground. But while that's happening, what is Numbers Rab doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna hack this guy's leg off.
Do it. Roll it.
Probably not with this roll. That's a 5 with weapon class 5.
Yeah, that's he staggers back. He's badly injured and staggers back.
He loses a toenail.
Yeah. Okay, so Rex, your armor will be up and ready for you to climb into it at the end of this round. You're watching your armor like start to levitate on its own. What are you doing?
So for my action, would I be able to climb in on the next round?
Yes, in the next round you can start donning your armor.
Then I will shoot one of the enemies that came up the stairs in the face.
Okay. Yeah, 2 have climbed up now. So there's a couple up there, and yeah. So
in the face.
Do Rami says they're up the stairs and they look really pissed off. 4077, you are the gal in the sky. What are you doing, air support?
I am saying down with the dinner crashers, and I'm going to shoot one of the ones that are coming up the stairs.
Okay. Now you actually have a vantage point looking down at the top of the roof. You can see the 2 that have already come up, and there's one currently climbing up. Which of those 3 are you shooting at?
I'm going to take the one that's climbing up, because no one else can see it but myself.
Preacher is moving the armor. Rex is shooting, and Do-Re-Mi is shooting. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. And how about you roll it there, if you would, please, Stephanie?
Okay.
I'm sorry, Sapphire. Stephanie is her character's name in the Monday Night AD&D game.
That is a 2.
I only rolled a 1. You guys have been winning initiative every time. So go ahead and take your dart shot.
All right.
It's the power of that yard, bud.
That's a 13.
That will hit. Roll your 3d6.
All right. Wow. 16.
He's very sleepy. So he's going to have a nap and just kind of slumps off the ladder. And his comrades look at them, and they're like arguing with each other. Like, you're not hearing what they're saying, but yeah. So down on the street, Numbers go. No, Numbers already attacked. I'm sorry. Preacher, you're moving the armor up. So Rex, go ahead and take your shot, and I'll roll the shot for the
17 again.
That will hit.
Let's see. 13.
Okay. I'm sorry. Were you shooting at one on Preacher or one on Numbers?
No, shooting at one of the guys on the roof.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, he cries out in pain, and you see Do-Re-Mi blast the other one, and the one you shot, he yells at, "Oh, quit complaining. I've been shot lots." Oh my gosh. Well, he it doesn't take the guy down, but he max damaged one of them. I wish I had a small camera to show you guys that I just rolled 5 6s.
Very nice.
He blows a fist-sized hole in this guy.
As the Lord intended, sir.
Nice.
Okay, so unfortunately, they're both still up. So while another one is climbing up the ladder, these two are going to rush towards Rex and towards Doremi, with one of them yelling, "Don't let him use the machine! Users of the wheel will be struck down! Only entropy awaits you!" He's a true believer, this guy. So they're rushing over in this round, and because it is more than the distance you can move and still melee, that's what they're doing. Down on the street, these guys are yelling and hacking at you numbers, calling it, "Submit to total darkness! Only entropy is eternal!" And one of them just about proves the point as he hacks you for 8 points of damage. Another one hacks you for 1 point of damage. Uh-oh.
A lesser effort.
And the other two miss. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is that 10 points to me?
No, that was to numbers. I haven't started attacking you yet. So numbers, you are missed. Preacher.
Yes.
Missed. This dice that has been on fire before. This my lovely snow globe dice here has gone cold. No pun intended.
It's the power of the Lord, sir. Power of the Lord.
Well, the power of the Lord just did 3 more points of damage to you.
No, it's not Lord. It's Lord. Lawd.
LAWD. Sorry. Okay. So these two have rushed over. You fired your dart. Preacher moved the power armor and set it on top of the building. So in the next round, Rex, you're going to start. You're going to climb into your power armor. That's going to be the whole round. And 4077, you're firing another dart.
Yeah, on the attackers on the roof.
Okay.
Especially anybody that might attack Rex when he's getting into his armor.
Well, there are 2 people over there, and Doremi is he's bringing his gun to bear on this guy who's swinging an axe down at him. So we'll go ahead and roll initiative, and I think we're back over to Todd for that. But numbers, Doomsword, make your attack first.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish off this guy I've been working on. Hopefully, another 5.
He's dodging and weaving. Roll initiative, please. Preacher.
Here we go.
You'll probably go first.
Ooh. I rolled a 6. Yes, Lord.
That is more than sufficient. That is vastly sufficient. Go ahead and take your shot, if you would, 4077. Twang.
I was getting a refill in the other room. Hang on. And that's a 14.
All right, that's a 14. That will hit. Roll your poison value, please. Big numbers.
16. 2 6s and a 4. I had to think about it.
Okay. That guy staggers and is down. 1, 2, 3. You hit the one that was getting ready to attack Rex Dashington, 4, 5, 6. You hit the one that was going to attack Do-Re-Mi, and let's see. You hit the one that was going to attack Do-Re-Mi. He turns and fires on the one that is charging at Rex Dashington. Cocked die. And hits him. Doing 7, 9, 12 points of damage. So that guy is staggered and turns to face Do-Re-Mi now, as one is mounting the ladder and coming up onto the roof with another one hot on his heels. So you start getting into the armor, Rex. Todd, you blasting on a fool?
Yay.
All right, Preacher, do it to it.
As Preacher raises his shotgun, he says, as the good book says, let the bodies hit the floor. And he rolls a 16.
A 16 will hit.
I bet y'all wondering about the good book the Preacher has, huh?
I told him he should use the Army Field Manual FM, what was it, 4-112 Op 4.
What are the odds he goes to hotels and collects the Bibles out of the drawers?
Gideon's Bibles.
That would be a 20 on damage from Betsy.
Okay. That is more than sufficient to blow a dinner plate size pattern into this guy, and he goes down. So there are now 4 on Preacher. There are 5 on Numbers. Does that finish? 4077. Rex is getting in his armor. Do-Re-Mi has attacked. Numbers is attacked. Preacher is attacked. So yes. So it's miss. Good Lord. I'm switching D20s. Preacher is missed every time.
I think we vote on keeping this one.
Candy Cane D20 from the Christmas Advent set that we got from the fine folks at Dudragal. Well, you're in no danger because that one sucked too. All right, that ends the round and probably the fight, because Rex, you're sealing up your armor just as you see another couple spring onto the roof. So let's go ahead and get declarations. Doomsword?
Yeah, I'm going to attack the guy again.
Okay.
I rolled a 15 that time.
That will hit, and that is more than 25 points of damage.
Right.
Or rather, that is sufficient damage. You cut him down. Yang, what are you doing? You're in your powered armor. New car smell surrounds you.
I would like to punch one of the guys off the roof.
Okay. 4077.
I'll aim at the other one that's climbing up on the roof.
There are... okay. All right.
You said there were 2 climbing on the roof, so...
There's 2 coming up out of the entrance. I
should be spectators.
What is Preacher doing?
Preacher is going to shoot.
Okay. Realizing that the situation is probably under control up on the roof, Doremi will turn and, with one of his 2 remaining shots in his magazine, fire down at the ones on the street. So, Yang, why don't you go ahead and roll initiative, please, for the side.
All right. 1.
I finally won initiative. Okay.
Oh, we broke the cycle.
Sorry, guys.
So,
The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away.
yeah, this guy's axe just like clangs off your armor. The other 2 rush over towards Doremi down on the street. We're doing this again, aren't we? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 4 misses. I am snake bit tonight, guys. I am not kidding you. 4 misses. How many times have I hit you guys? Not enough. Not enough.
I don't know. You've been hitting Preacher pretty good.
How many hit points has Preacher got left anyway?
Preacher has 16 hit points left.
Okay, good. Then those 2 shots probably won't kill you. Okay, so you are struck twice, missed twice, for a total of 9 points of damage. Okay, they all missed numbers. They only a couple hit Preacher. I'll roll for Doremi up on the roof.
Well, one of them tried to hit Rex and bounced off. So.
Yeah, that misses, and that one misses. Doremi will take his shot. He misses. His target's on the street. So you have 2 more down the tube, at which point you'll have to reload there, Preacher. But you can blast on a fool now if you want to.
And I shall, sir. And I shall. Here it is. I gotta grab the white dice. Okay, here we go. Woo! Honolulu, I want to go there. 14.
A 14 will hit.
Woo, man. And of course, I roll not so good for damage. 5, 6, 7 whole points of damage.
Okay, he only catches a couple of pellets, and he roars in pain, but continues to try and rush forward at you. Go ahead and take your shot. As 477 shooting down at the ones who are coming up, correct? Up the staircase, correct?
Yeah. Because Doremi is down on the street. So yeah.
Hmm.
And that is an 11.
Oh, the edge cases. All right, so by the way, this is an interesting mechanic. Some of you folks might not know about it in Gamma World. There's fatigue factor. Now, the party hasn't been in the fight yet, but starting in the 14th round of melee, the attackers will be fighting at -1, -2 in the 15th, -3 in the 16th, and so on until they are at a total of -6 to hit because of their fatigue. So let's see. Your Needler is what class? 9?
I'm not sure actually.
All right. It's right here. So Needler. Actually, it's a class 11, so that will hit.
I will write that down so I have it for future. Okay.
Roll your 3d6.
Yep. 14.
14. Let's see. And his con is probably just at 14. So I'm going to go ahead and deem that he is unconscious just to keep things moving.
Respect haters.
All right. And Rex smash.
13.
13 will absolutely hit him. Your strength when you're in the suit is effectively how many points of damage do you do with your
9d6?
9d6. Roll it.
Okay. Let me see here. 12, 17, 28, 3, 29.
Let's see. So 29. You hear just a wet crunch when you punch this guy, and his dead body arcs across the street and lands somewhere in the ruin of the building.
A little too hard.
Hey, it works.
Okay, so
maybe it'll discourage the rest. I don't know.
Ken asked an interesting question. How long do you have to rest to remove the fatigue effects? Take a couple of breather rounds. I would say, unless it's otherwise stated in the rules, I'll have to go back and look. It's been a while since it's come up because, as James points out, having a fight that lasted that long for fatigue to matter is not really that often an occurrence in Gamma World. But I would deem basically like to get it all the way back to 0. You'd have to rest for 6 full rounds of not doing anything, just sitting there, hands on your knees, sort of, depending on the weapon. That's with like an axe. It even factors in for bows. A dagger, fatigue for daggers only kicks in on the 18th round. But like a two-handed sword, you start taking fatigue immediately at the 11th round. Regeneration mutation, that's a fine question. You have regeneration, don't you?
Yes.
Regeneration.
I've got
one being to heal itself and replace lost hit points. 1 hit point is regenerated for 5 kilograms of body weight per day. So basically, if you want to regenerate, I'm guessing you probably weigh 80 kilograms, maybe. You're not exactly a big chunky guy out there in the wasteland.
No, my physical strength is 8, so I'm seeing a very dapper Southern gentleman.
Yes.
So you're lithe.
So I will deem that you have 16 points back.
Like right now?
1 hit point is regenerated per 5 kilograms of body weight per day. So yes.
I mean, so is it like a troll regenerating then, or that's what I was wondering.
Oh, I mean, it just your body begins to heal itself.
Oh, okay.
Describe it however you want.
Ooh, I'm back to 23 hit points. Praise the Lord.
Okay.
Use it wisely.
Yeah, because you don't get that again today. All right, it's a new round. Numbers Rab. You going to stab on a fool?
Yes, sir.
All right. What is Rex doing in his power armor?
Okay.
Yes.
If it's possible, Rex would like to jump off the roof and land on a guy down below, firing his thrusters at the last moment so he doesn't get injured.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll treat that as as your basic punch.
Okay.
There'll be a 2-hit roll, and we'll kind of proceed from there. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, don't make it yet.
All right.
Because we're just getting declarations, right?
Gotcha.
All right. Preacher has one more in the tube.
Okay. I'm wanting to kind of play with some of these mutations a little bit to see what they do. The cryokinesis.
Cryokinesis.
That's it. It says living matter, 25 meters, 10 dice damage. Is there somebody close to me that I can do that?
Freeze them. You're freezing their cells.
Okay, so here's the thing with cryokinesis. On the first melee turn, they take 1 dice. And through undisturbed concentration, that's you not moving, not dodging, not running around, not getting hit. Think of it like an AD&D magic spell.
Gotcha.
You do another D6 and then another and another and another and another. So that's really more of like a sniper type thing.
Okay. Then I shall fire Betsy for the last shell, sir.
Alrighty. 4077, you have, by my count, let me see here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have, wait, let me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you got 5 more shots in your clip. You continuing to dart these people.
Oh, hell yeah. Is there anybody still trying to make it up to the roof, or no?
Oh yeah. There's
I'll keep going.
Okay. Numbers. Are you shooting or stabbing?
Stabbing.
Okay. And Doremi is he's still trying to pick people on the ground off. So let's see. Why don't you go ahead and roll initiative, then Doom Sword, please. Or make your attack, then roll initiative is what I meant to say.
All right. The attack was a 1, so that's no good.
All right.
Let's see how the initiative goes. That's a that's a 1 as well.
Okay, I'll go first. Well, that's good because I rolled a 1 on that guy attacking you. I rolled a 10, which is not sufficient. I rolled another 1.
Excellent.
An 18. So you do take some damage. You take 3 points of damage.
Ah.
Missed. God. You're fine. You're fine.
You sound so broken up about that too.
All right. And those are both misses as they're swinging their cleavers at Do-Re-Mi. They both miss. You got another couple coming up, so go ahead and take your shots. Well, actually, Rex, go ahead and jump off and smack a fool.
20.
Okay, yeah, you superhero land on this guy. Roll your 9 dice.
Pink mist.
It's like jumping off the mass fusion building in Fallout 4. When you're
25.
Wow, 25. Okay. Let's see. This is you basically just kind of stepped off. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, preacher, 4, 5, 6 numbers. It is preacher, and yeah, it's pretty much pink mist.
When he lands, he'll say, "Finger looking good."
Yes! Yes! You are now my hero, sir. Officially my hero.
So you pulp that guy, and Do-Re-Mi has 3 have rushed up and surrounding him. 4077, go ahead and take your take your shot.
Okay. That would be a 16.
That will hit. Roll your poison strength.
Okay. 13. I had to think for a second.
Okay. That is enough to drop one of them. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait.
4 left.
Yes, you have 4 left before you have to reload. And then you have to switch over to your poison clip. Okay. And he's going to try and blast on one of these guys. Well, he hits the dude.
I look at Do-Re-Mi and say, somebody's going to have to take a vibroblade to all these paralyzed guys after we're done.
Well, you're many meters in the air, and Do-Re-Mi is his ears are ringing from the report of his own gun. So,
oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'll tell him after.
17. All right. He blasts this guy, and you see, like, the gun that he's using. It functions in a different way when he fires a last slide. You see the slide mechanism come all the way back and lock open. So he's now out of ammo. And I did it's a 17, so that's okay. New round numbers. You hear a crunch splat, and there's your new Rex. Have a good one, Lux. Thank you for hanging out tonight. There's new Rex standing on the sidewalk, kind of between the two groups of you, up to the mid shin on his power armor is covered in gore, and he's ankle deep in one of these guys. So, what is Numbers going to do?
Well, I'm going to attack the guy in front of me. Still ain't ran yet.
All right. He looks back at you and says, "There is no running from entropy. The end embraces us all, whether now or later.
It's going to embrace you in 2 pieces.
So be it." Okay. Preacher.
Yes,
Betsy. Betsy is bereft. And you have 3 entropists in front of you. But you've also got this oversized refrigerator standing next to you.
I am going to flip my gun around, holding the barrel instead of the end, and I'm fixing just to use it like a club because that's the only thing I got left to me.
Okay, then we'll treat it as a club attack for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, what is Rex Dashington doing?
Which of my companions looks the most injured? That's down here.
That would be Numbers. He has several cuts to his arms and torso.
All right, then I will try to take out one of the guys attacking Numbers with a punch.
Alrighty. That definitely draws their attention. Sapphire 4077 is going to fire her needler again, I take it?
Yep. I'm going to shout, stupid is what stupid does.
Out comes the vibro blade from Do Re Mi, and let's go ahead and roll initiative. And I'm sorry, go ahead and make your attack.
Sure. That's an 8 with a weapon class of 5.
8 with weapon class 5. I don't think that's gonna hit him. I'll have a quick gander. Are we sure? I guess. All right. Yep. Vibroblade.
Yeah, sadly.
5 armor class. Yeah, he like kind of slips in his friend's blood and manages to stumble back away.
I'm just toying with him.
Okay. All right. Now roll initiative, if you would, please. Why don't you do that for us there, if you would, Yang?
3.
Party will go first. I have lost initiative so often, I should file a missing report for it. Missing person report. Yang, go ahead and make your attack.
All right.
Waffo.
20.
That will hit. That is going to be 9d6 on this guy.
That is 28.
All right. Well, you definitely have the attention of a couple of them because they're now turning to face you. Swing that shotgun, preacher.
As the good book says, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. I rolled a 17.
That will hit.
So would that would still be a 1d4 damage, right?
For a club, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was want to make sure I was grabbing the right dice. Woo, I rolled a 1. Take that, unwashed heathens.
A 1? Okay. Yeah, you just raise your gun up and just kind of butt stroke this guy in the face. And yeah, so Vibroblade is out for our buddy upstairs, who is now facing 2 are on him. Oh yeah, he can't get it out of the sheath. He's just like tugging madly at it while these two stand there and laugh. So go ahead and take your shot for us.
I understand there's
someone needs a little
pills for
blue
that
pill,
these
huh?
days.
I start humming na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye.
Go ahead and make your.
That's a 16.
Okay, roll your toxin.
16 too. 2 6s and a 4.
Okay, I would if we were gaming face to face, I would ask to examine those dice. All right. So that is one of those.
Dice.
Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the ground, and there is 1 remaining upstairs. So I'm going to do their attacks, and then we're going to leave it off for this week, guys, because we're hitting the 2-hour mark. So let's see. Numbers, only 1 is attacking you because the others are turning and starting to madly flail on Rex Dashington's power armor.
Brilliant.
Fortunately, he does connect for 2 points of damage.
All right.
Their blows on Rex Dashington's power armor are, how shall I say, completely ineffectual. However, Preacher.
Yes.
That is a miss. That is a miss. And that is a hit. You are struck with an axe, and you take 6 points of damage.
Ooh, all right.
Ooh. Oh, and I should roll the last attack on Doremi. And he is missed. So next week, folks, when we return, we will finish up this battle in the ruins of Lanta of our intrepid adventurers and their new, rather genteel new comrade. And we'll be back then, folks. So let me see. Actually, I need to check this here. So yes, I will be back next week. The following Friday, two weeks from now, I won't. I'll be up in the land of the ice and snow of the midnight sun, where the hot springs blow.
It'll be melted by then.
So I hope so. But anyway,
it's already starting to melt. To be honest,
thank you to all of our players, Yang and Sapphire. Doomsword, of course, and Tonka Todd. Love the new character. Thank you to you guys for watching tonight. Again, we will be back tomorrow afternoon. I will put the link up shortly when we will have Matt Finch will be on the show, and we're going to talk to him about some cool stuff that's going on in the world of swords and wizardry. Please be sure to join us. Ms. Bella Game loves the new characters. That's particularly awesome. Because we love you too, Miss Bella Games. So you guys, again, do have yourselves an absolutely wonderful evening, and we will we'll see you all next time. Be good to each other, everyone.
Night, peeps, and thank you for joining us.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.